You cried.
Yeah,
That
I
was
cried.
the first time I've seen Sean cry.
Yeah.
Say it like, I would want to know what it feels like to have a nice butt.
Super,
I will just say sexy time.
super excited XXX moment.
But then, of course, since we were at the moment, we had to suddenly keep quiet because we were a bit loud.
Hi, Bebes.
It's Earl.
And Sean.
And we are back with another video
Of?
for our Orange Sofa series.
Okay.
What?
You don't have to really make it as a thing.
People want it to be a thing, right?
Oh well. Anyway, today we are going to talk about our Q&A. So basically, we uploaded the question on the YouTube and Instagram that what do you know about us? And then we picked.
What do you want to know about us?
What did I say?
What?
That's what I said. What do you know about us? And anyway, picked questions that we think that, oh, this is something that we haven't actually answered before, and it is very interesting. So we came up with that. And
I just want to say that there were a lot of questions that were shared on Instagram, on YouTube, and as well as on Facebook, because we gathered questions from there. We tried to pick the best, as Sean said, the ones that we haven't answered before. The others we already discussed in previous videos, so we're gonna skip those. And there are a lot to go through, so we might have part 1 and part 2
yes.
of this Q&A. The first question is, and I'm not gonna mention who asked the question because there were so many people who asked about this question. But the question is, do you plan to grow your family, especially this year in 2026?
Growing family with a baby or something, I don't think it'll happen to us because, first of all, I don't believe myself to be a good parent, and I'm not a person who can actually be responsible for my own life. And if I
can,
I don't know. I'm still like leaning on you so much.
we lean on each other, we support each other.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know if there's another life and I have to be responsible for that life forever. Basically until I die, or maybe even if after I die.
Of course.
Yeah. So I'm not so confident to that. And even a dog, I actually want to have a dog.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, like, even if we don't think like a baby is in the cards for us, especially this year in the near future, maybe a dog would be something we'd be open to having because Sean really wants to raise a dog. It just so happens that we might not be able to raise a dog here because we want a bigger space.
Yeah.
And I guess with our lifestyle, we want to travel more and stuff. It might be difficult to have a dog as well. So that we have to kind of reconsider.
Yeah, but we're talking like, like if we have a dog and if we have to travel, then we can bring, first of all, or the second, we can just leave the dog with
Our
friends for a while, or maybe a dog hotel. Those will be the answers. So yeah, but like last time we went to the Philippines for a month, so that will make the dog to be too
lonely,
sad. Even if we leave the dog with someone else, the dog might think that we abandoned the dog itself. So yeah, it makes us to think quite a lot because just because we like to travel so much.
Yeah. So long story short, I don't think there are plans to grow our family of 2 this year.
This year at least, 2026, but it might change.
Yeah, we never know. But for now, we're just gonna give all of our love to our dearest nephews.
Yeah.
We have 2 nephews now. So thanks for asking that question.
Thank you.
I think this is an interesting question. This question is from Raisa Aridi. If you switched lives for a day, what will be the first thing you would do?
If I get Earth's body, I wanna wake up late. Like, I just want to sleep. Why?
You know, when I saw this question, you know what came came to my mind.
Uh,
If I wake up in your body, what I would do is sleep again.
I
Because
really?
you wake up so early.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I wake up early because I have to work like from early in the morning, and I was feeling, like if I have Earth's body, and the first thing that came up in my mind is I actually want to sleep as much as he does because he most of the times he works from home and he can actually like sleep until like I don't know 8:30.
If I don't work out.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. If he does work out, of course he wakes up at 7:15, something like that. But if he doesn't, he wakes up at 8:30, 8:40, something like that, and then he just quickly get dressed and then start his work, and that's something that I kind of wish for if I have his body. Yes. And that was your answer that you want to sleep again.
Yeah, I would want to sleep again because Sean wakes up too early.
I have another one that I want to know how would you feel have English as your mother tongue, first language. So like when he was back in Korea, I mean his Korean is fluent, but he was saying after he moved to here that it is so convenient that he doesn't have to translate in his mind. So basically like it's his language, right? So I also wanna kind of feel to have English as my first language because I have to like translate always, And there were some times that you were saying, you don't understand what I say because I basically translate Korean into like English phrase, and that doesn't really make sense in English, right? So yeah, that's something I want to.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
It will be nice also to kind of understand Thai the way you do. So it'll be nice to watch some Thai content.
That's all.
Actually, I wanted to say, I'm just embarrassed to say it. Like, I would want to know what it feels like to have a nice butt. Because you have a nice butt, and I'd want to know how that feels like. So I'll go to the gym with that butt and work it out.
From my young time, my butt was something that people recognize always. I mean, back then I was fat, so people probably thought that he got a big ass because he's fat. But now people actually like talk about it. I guess I don't know.
I see it and I recognize it.
Okay.
So that's good. You have good ass.
All right.
So yeah, that's our answer to that question. So thanks, Raisa Reedy. Another question. Give a moment that was tough and share how the other helped support you. This is coming from @navichow242.
Okay.
I think I've always had moments where I would need your support. So I feel like it's no brainer that you have supported me a lot through 11 years of being together. But maybe one that was a bit tough for me, especially because it happened for a long time, was a time when I was looking for a job. So I graduated. I haven't graduated, but I finished my coursework for my master's, and I was looking for a job before I graduated. But it was 4 or 5 months looking for a job, applying, interviewing, etc. And even if I got my degree from a great university in London, it's a master's degree, it was still hard to look for a job. And when I met you for the first time, I already had a job. I never had to apply for a job while we were in a relationship. But he was really there to support me through all of that. And I know I was probably stressed out a lot and annoyed a lot because he would be asking me like, how's your day? And I'm like, don't ask me about my day.
You don't know what am I doing?
You don't know what I'm doing? I'm like doing so much, blah, blah, blah. So I know that you helped support me and you were patient a lot during those times. I also want to say, I think because it also happened during a long period of time, was just being long distance, especially when I went to London after landing that job that I was applying for, because we just got married and Sean was really, I know you were also feeling sad that we're away and apart from each other, but you were kind of the stronger person in the relationship, saying that we're gonna be okay, I'm gonna travel there, we still talk, etc., etc. And you really helped support me through that. So thank you.
The hard time that I was going to say, he actually kind of told. I was being supported for his job seeking period of the time. that time, for me, I was thinking it was fine because the time that he was saying 4 to 5 months that he was looking for a job, he was writing his thesis basically. So
I was
at the
doing
same,
many things at the same
yeah. So 6, 7.
time.
Anyway, he was doing something already and he hasn't even graduated yet. And then why do you have to worry so much? I do know that you are very cautious person in terms of planning of his life. But I guess that wasn't the time that you have to feel so nervous of your future plan. But he was feeling that already. And yeah, it was really hard for me to keep on cheering him up because what I used to get is most of the negative reactions from
Sorry.
him. I finish my work and then come back and he'll be like, he doesn't greet me.
I greet you.
Baby, how was your day? And then I'll be like, baby, are you okay? And he'll be like, you know what I do whole day. Why do you even ask me?
Wait, the question is how I supported you during a tough
Yes.
period.
So I supported him in that way, but at the same time, it was hard time for me.
How did I support you?
You supported me in by being there.
By still working hard, I
Yeah,
guess. Yeah. And getting out of that moment.
yeah. Anyway, as a result, you got the job, and yeah,
We moved here.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you did well with that.
Speaking of moving, question is, if you had a choice to live in another country apart from London, where we're living now, where would it be and why? And that's coming from Lisa Gosnell 6869. If money is no question, like we can live anywhere, I think the only place that we visited where we felt like I want to live here, Hawaii. I want to live in Hawaii because I mean, it's just a beautiful place. It's paradise. The food is good as well. And we just had really fun memories there. So if I had a choice, I would want to live in Hawaii.
I actually want to live in Korea or the Philippines. Of course, Hawaii is really good answer for us actually because that's what we were talking about when we, traveled there. But Korea, if the country accepts our marriage, and the Philippines as well. I mean, in terms of living in that country, I think Philippines is more, easier for us because we can actually show our love anywhere, and people do accept it, even if it's not legalized, but still. But Korea, there are many people who are okay with that, but at the same time, there are so many people who are not okay, especially the government itself. So, yeah, because I miss my family as well. Yeah, but I do really appreciate to you that you always cheer me up to talk to my family. Yeah.
Oh, 갑자기.
Why?
Sad.
Don't cry.
Next question. What was the happiest and most exciting day of your life? That question is coming from Melissa Martin 9803. No, you go.
Okay.
I feel like Sean is gonna copy my answer, so I want him to answer first.
Why would I copy that?
Mola, because when you... I know, anyway.
No. He was asking me, like, what was your most exciting day, exciting moment of my life? I was like,
Of our life together.
yeah. I was like, I have it, but I want to say it because I want to talk about it in front of the camera. So
Okay.
it will be more excited. And then he
Correct.
was keep on asking. So I
No.
told him, you just tell me first. I will tell also. And then he decided to not. So I also didn't.
Okay, so tell me now then.
For me, I have two, but if I also have to choose in between that, I would choose the moment that I met him for the first after 2 months when I went to when I went back to Thailand. So that was our first long distance
Distance.
relationship, and then I wasn't able to be with him for 2 months physically, yes. And I went to see him in the airport, and we met each other, and that was, yeah, most exciting moment for me. Yeah.
You cried.
Yeah,
That
I
was the
cried.
first time I've seen Sean cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was the
yeah,
first time.
I couldn't really even sleep the night before, and the way I was heading to the airport, I was even like, how do I say? My heart was beating so much. So I guess, yeah, that's the most exciting day of my life that we've been together. Oh,
For me, I have two also. I
choose
mean,
one.
yeah, okay. I'm gonna say the happiest one was our marriage. I think because
Marry the wedding
the
day.
ceremony.
Oh,
Yeah, because like, especially when you said your vows, I felt like I can't believe someone loves me this much. So I was very happy. But the most excited, but also slash nervous. It's a
I
different.
told you to just say one.
No, but I'm not saying the excited or nervous one because I think you felt the same way. Was when we had to submit our marriage application to get our marriage license.
I mean, it was nervous, but I wasn't so excited.
I was nervous and excited because I felt like, oh my God, it's real. Like we're passing legal documents to do this.
To the government.
And we were lining up and my heart was beating really fast. Like, oh my God, this is
me
this is
too.
it. This is it.
Yeah.
And after doing it, like it was cool, but then the build up to that moment, I was quite excited and nervous as well.
I was very nervous because once you do that, I mean, to get divorced, you have to be there again. Joke.
But
So
yeah.
I was nervous and my heart was beating at the same time so much. But I don't know if I was excited. It's more like I was worrying.
Why?
Because it's something that I haven't thought about in my
Yeah.
life. And I'm doing it.
It felt too real. Like, oh my God, this is it. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
just symbolic anymore. We're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
So yeah. For me, that's still that feeling. I can still feel it sometimes when I think about it. Another question. This comes from @neat2075. So what was the postman story? So I actually tried to see what was the postman story. We actually discussed this during the Would You Rather video.
Yes.
And the question was, would you rather be walked in by your parents or by our neighbors? And I brought up like, oh, it almost happened. Remember the postman? And then we decided, actually I said post person. And we decided not to talk about it because we're like, oh, way too much. But seems like a lot of people want the answer to that question.
really?
So I'll just explain. I don't think it's a big deal.
Yeah.
But
we were having a moment.
we were having our moment.
Yeah.
And
Physical, super
I will just say sexy time.
super excited XXX moment.
We'll just say we're having a moment together, an intimate moment. We suddenly heard a knock on our door. Tuck, tuck, tuck. And there was a delivery. But then, of course, since we were at the moment, we had to suddenly keep quiet because we were a bit loud. Because we were a bit loud. So we had to like, when they heard the knocking. It was a woman. That's why I said post person. I think it was a woman. And then I said,
Because it was Amazon, right?
I don't know.
Our Amazon person is always
Royal
woman.
Mail.
Was
The Royal Mail morning
don't
person.
remember, yeah.
So she knocked, and then we had to keep quiet. And then I was gonna say something, but then I felt like she just left.
Maybe she heard.
Yeah, I think she heard. So
Yeah.
just
That's why, like, she probably knew that, okay,
Yeah,
I just
so-
have to leave it.
yeah. So we finished what we were doing, and then I picked up the package. That was it. It was not a big story, but
Yeah, we were not walked by
Yeah.
a post person.
of course
Please
we
don't
locked our
worry.
door, guys. We locked our
Yes.
door.
Don't worry.
So, yeah, but
Yeah.
we were a bit embarrassed. Like, oh, maybe we should think more about when we do stuff like this.
Yeah,
'Cause that was in the morning.
So he doesn't make me to make any sound from that time.
Liar.
Like if I
Liar.
if I want to make any sound, he'll be like,
Liar.
"You do it."
I just do it for fun. 그만해. 그만하자.
Okay.
Okay. What are your dreams for the future, both as a couple and as content creators? This is from Raisa_Reedy.
I have a ultimate goal, and that might not make sense right now, but I want to retire.
And that's everyone's goal.
I want to retire, and I already have like pensions and money to spend, and I just want to have a stable life.
I just want to clarify, he means retire now.
Yeah,
And
retire
then just
now.
have passive income and live his life.
Yes.
I wish the same. I just wish we just have lots of money. We just make content because we had fun. You know, we take it to our journey with us as a retired couple, trying out different things, doing hobbies, traveling, etc. And just live without working.
We like to travel, so maybe we need to have a lot of money
Exactly.
because we will not have any income anymore.
Yeah.
So, I mean, aside of pension or some, passive income. So we have to be able to, I don't know, save a lot of money, I guess. And that's my goal. But I don't think it'll happen within this year.
Yeah. I mean, we earn, some money through content creation, but it's not enough for us to quit our full-time jobs.
It's totally not enough.
Exactly.
It supports our meals. Thank you very much.
It supports something. So yes, please keep on subscribing and share our page with everyone you know so we can get more subscribers and grow our platform.
By that, we were able to buy our selfie stick.
You make it sound so poor. But yes, definitely we want to do and create more content with you guys. So all of the support that you're providing
Thank you.
for us is so much appreciated. So
Thank you very much. That was everything about part 1. I think we actually covered a lot more than we expected, or less.
I don't know. I felt like I was thinking we're going to cover more.
We wanted to pick more, like questions, but we were like, since we like to speak, we will probably speak quite a lot for each of questions. So we try to manage the number of it. So
And I feel like some of the questions we can make a whole episode out of it.
yes,
Because there's a lot to say.
yeah, we are just trying to like manage the length of it.
But for now,
Especially postman.
But for now, this is our Q&A part 1. Please stay tuned for part 2.
Don't forget to subscribe, like our videos, and comment.
And share. See you guys. Bye.
See you.